All right, welcome everyone to another team call where every month we get together the first Wednesday right after our Super Saturday. So we get to talk about all the exciting things, the announcements, the all the news and all the new things that have been launched and so much going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and take a moment, share my screen, and let's just go into a few things. We've done a lot of updates on our site, of course, as we're continuing to do all the time. So the team site is Life as It Could Be lifeasitcouldbe.com. And if you go to the main page, it's kind of a good page to share with prospects just because it kind of gives you a quick little overview of who we are as leaders on this call. There's many people here that have made millions of dollars in this industry by using and sharing wellness products. And of course, we're very excited about that. But there's also people that have been very successful with service type of products. And so we're excited about our new Calm partnership. And if you don't know a lot about it, right on the main page, you can go to the new Calm page and you can learn all about it. Of course, what brought a lot of us here was our product technology. That's our physical products. This video is a couple of minutes, explains the 2-minute miracle, and that is the miracle of how our products deliver nutrients into the body like no other products do. Within 4 seconds, moringa, mangosteen, glutathione, these nutrients start rapidly get absorbing into the bloodstream, heading towards all the vital organs. They're in all the vital organs in 2 minutes. So this explains the technology here. Of course, our industry of network marketing, direct sales, word of mouth advertising. This will explain the industry. So it's a great video to share with the prospect who maybe doesn't really understand what we do. We've got some great media coverage, of course, on our product and as well as on our company. So you can check out some of that. Under the opportunity, we've got some great videos, why we pay you, the X plan. And then, of course, you can click here, learn more. So that is just the main page. Over here on the right, of course, our recent posts. We always do a news post, and I'm going to take you to that news post here in just a second to update you on everything going on that month. Of course, you want to know what happened last month, you go to the March news, February news, etc. But we've done kind of some updates, and so I just want to take you through some of the new things. Our Las Vegas event is right here. I'm not going to talk about it because we've got both Fred and Rick on that are going to share a lot about the Las Vegas event. But our new Calm page, what we decided to do is break it up so that the straight new Calm page is just a very simple, what is new Calm, and a quick little 2-minute intro. And then Jim Poole, a little longer, 3 minutes, really going into the details of what new Calm is. And then, of course, our How to New Calm videos. It's the whole playlist. It'll take you through each one of our programs, which these are the different programs that are in new Calm, and how to use deep sleep or rescue, focus, power nap, ignite, or flow state. So all of them are on the tutorials there, and more information on the products and how our technology actually can help change your brain waves and the frequency in your brain to help put you into, if you're down, bring you up. And if you're up and you want to calm down, we can do that too. So it's just really exciting. And of course, our testimonial page, you're going to go through pages and pages. There's hundreds of testimonials on here. So you want to do that. And then getting started, if somebody's ready to get started, we'll walk you through step by step. How do you sign up for new Calm? How do you upgrade to associate and get your own marketing site if you want to share it with your friends? How do you get the app set up? How do you use the app? All of that is there. And then we have a separate page for the opportunity. So to make it easier just to share the product information, maybe with a potential customer, but now maybe they're still scrolling and they're like, oh, I want to know about the opportunity. It's a separate page on all of our resources to help support you in your business. So when we go to the opportunity page, we're going to learn about the opportunity, starting with Jim Poole and explaining the Social X partnership. And then our book, right? And how we're our advantage being in over 100 countries. We have no shipping, handling, inventory, not a lotion, potion, or pill where people have to try the product and see if they get a result for, days or weeks or sometimes months, but something they can use instantly. And it just goes on about the validation behind it, what makes this such an easy lead product. But remember, it's a lead product. Everybody needs to new Calm, but everybody that has access to our physical products needs those myths as well. And so we'll take you through and teach you how to follow up, how to lead with new Calm and how to follow up. The interview, Chicken Soup for the Mind, so great. again, on the opportunity page, because anybody who watches this who's looking at a biz op pretty much done. But if you need more, and then there's learn about the product in case you led with the opportunity. So you shared that page. But then down here, we've got a playlist of all of the interviews with David D'Arcangelo and Jim Poole. And so it'll start with one, and then you can just click on it and go to the second and the third, including the one last night, which was specifically for holistic practitioners, which was amazing. And then we've got our graphic image with all of our bullets and stats about why NuCalm is such an amazing product and such an amazing opportunity. And then, of course, under that, and you'll notice this looks a little bit different. I kind of updated the comp plan document a little bit to make it kind of for somebody who's leading with NuCalm, to explain the difference between our NuCalm, our physical products, and our virtual products, and how people in the markets that only have access to NuCalm personally, how they can still sell and make money by sharing our physical products in all the other countries that we have physical products in. So you can go through that document. It's 15 pages. You just go through. We have, I'm not trying to zoom. I'm trying to go to the next page. And we went ahead and put the comp plan at a glance on the second page, so you don't have to scroll all the way through to find it. This is a great way to just quickly and easily say, okay, I have 3 people enrolled. What am I? Okay, if I have 3 people enrolled, I'm a manager 3. What does a manager 3 get paid? Okay, over here, a manager 3 gets 7 levels in the compensation plan, which is unbelievable. Plus, you also get this rank advancement bonus of $50 when you hit that. So it'll help you quickly and easily see, what do I need to do to get to the next level, and what will I earn if I do? So this one-page comp plan at a glance is great. So many other things that we could talk about, but what I'm going to do is just take you quickly to the April news so that you know what is there. Make sure that you go through this. Make sure you share it with your team members. We've got, of course, our team call tonight. This will be replaced by tonight's recording. Tomorrow, when you look, maybe even later on tonight. Here's all of our events, though. And so we have the Biz Ops every Tuesday night. And Thursday night is training calls. And Spanish night, if you've got anyone speaking Spanish, every Wednesday night. And then our Las Vegas live event that we're going to talk about. Our Miss for Life promotion is back. I'm really excited about this because our Miss are $80 each. They're $79.97. And if you put one on Smart Chip, you get 10% off that. So you're going to get it for $72. But if you put 2 products on Smart Chip, this applies only to our physical products, then you get 20% off. And if you put 3 on Smart Chip, it's 30% off. So it would be $167.97. But guess what? It's on special right now. Put it on your Smart Chip, and you'll have this price locked in for life, so long as it stays on your Smart Chip. This is good till the end of April, so we've got about 15 more days that we can take advantage of it. So make sure, even if you're not ordering it today, make sure today you log into your account, go to Manage Your Smart Chip, put this on your Smart Chip. I have 2 Smart Chips. I have one just for this on it, because if I had this and other products and wanted to take others off or canceled this or did something, it could mess it up. So I have my Miss for Life as a separate Smart Chip, and then I have all my other physical products on a whole different one, so that I can make sure this one is always good. And by the way, once you have 3 products on Smart Chip, you're getting 30% off every order you ever place on any physical product, even if it's one product a la carte. So that's exciting. All right, we have a lot of great NuCalm and DDP system tools. We have the opportunity call that Stuart Finger did. We have the product training call that David D'Arcangelo did. We have his book that covers the DDP system and the Aura system, which is our new Pure Vibrance products, which is very exciting. Of course, our new Getting Started page, and then all kinds of calls and recordings down here. So lots of stuff. By the way, Spanish NuCalm YouTube channel, I should mention, under Social X Business, under International, you will see a library for Polish and a library for Spanish. They have both been updated with all kinds of new videos and tools. Some are dubbed, some are closed captions, but this is a Spanish NuCalm channel. Make sure that you go to this and subscribe to it if you've got people that speak the language that you want to share. When you see something that you can share with them, and if not you, then make sure any of your Spanish speakers are connected to that for sure. So lots of great videos, lots of great recordings, lots of great stuff. I'm going to stop sharing my screen though, because at this point, I would love to turn the time over to some of our amazing leaders. I'm going to start with Fred Holmes. because I know that he, like me, has built a massive business by building through events. And we have an amazing event that's coming up. So he's going to talk to us a little bit about events in general, but I'd also love for you to share about Vegas, Fred. I know you're going to be there. You're going to be a trainer there. I'm excited to hear you as always. And so take it away, Fred.
Aw, you're so sweet. Excited to hear me.
I can hear you.
I'm gonna remind you of that. Hi, everybody. How you doing? Um, yeah, I was suggesting when my mic was actually muted. You want to mute me right away because you never know what's coming out of my mouth. Okay, I mean I don't. Whatever you're about to hear is as much a surprise to me as it is to you. So let's talk about events, and I want to talk specifically about the upcoming event. It's a team event. Technically, I guess it's not a social X event, corporate event. It's a team event. Rick Berman, his entire company has just become part of our company, and it's a match made in heaven. And some of you already started using, the products from Pure Vibrance. And I got to throw in just anecdotal here, a little testimonial. I've been using the toothpaste for probably 60 days. Whenever we first introduced it, as soon as the announcement came out and they said we have a limited supply, I went and I ordered, okay, because that's what I do. And I went and had my dental hygiene, what do they call that? The cleaning, right? And the gal was going crazy. She goes, "Oh my goodness, Fred, everything looks so good. I can't believe it. Less stain, less tartar, less plaque." And the little was there. She said, "How did she put it?" She says, "It's just sliding off." And then, I got some receding gum issues. And so she was going and checking everything is stable. And there were different places where the gum was actually growing back. So, I'm not making any product claims. I'm just telling you that when I left, she wanted my website address to go check it out, right? So, just go get your teeth cleaned. Well, I mean, use Rick's product first, then go get your teeth cleaned, right? So let's talk about this upcoming event. And there's a special link right on the team website. And I got to do kudos to Collie. You folks have no idea how much effort she has put into this team website. What an incredible resource it is. I mean, every single one of you should take the first $100,000 that you make in Social X and give it to her. All right. And it's still, she still wouldn't be getting the kind of money that she deserves. So, kudos to Collie. It is a tremendous resource. You need to go look at the live event. Okay, the Vegas event that's coming up. It's like the 12th, 13th, 14th. Don't quote me on that because I don't have a calendar in front of me. But Rick said yes, 12th, 13th, 14th of June. So you got 60 days to plan for this. And I'm going to tell you right now, you need to be there. Okay, if you're serious. And I'm going to share a little story with you. My very first multi-level. And we're going back to the the latter part of 2084 it was. And I had gotten into this company. They had, the buy-in was $4,000, but they had a 2,000 in 2 months. And so I maxed out all my credit cards. It took 3 credit cards to get $2,000. That's how successful I was at the time. And I had to get, I got the $2,000 worth of product and I had to sell it in 30 days so I could buy the next 2,000. And then right at the end of that 60 days, the company's, big convention in Chicago was coming up. And my sponsor said, "If you're serious, you'll be there." And I said, "Dude, I can't afford it. I got no money." And he says, "If you're serious, you'll be there." And he turned around and walked away. Mic drop. I'm going, "Oh, now what am I going to do?" Right? Because I got to be there. And I managed to pull another $300 for a red-eye flight. And my sponsor, I'll give him credit for this. He said, if I show up, I can sleep on the floor of his hotel room and just be near him somewhere when dinner comes along and I'll get a meal a day, right? And I'm going to tell you right now, and folks, you need to pay attention to what I'm going to tell you, all right? Had I not attended that event, I do not believe I'd be in network marketing today. 40 years and a gazillion dollars in income and changes to my life that I could never have experienced, to be able to take care of my son, to be able to raise my first grandson, to be able to care for my mom and keep her in the home with me until, with her dimensions. All these things that have been tremendous blessings in my life would never have happened without network marketing. And had I not made it to that very first event, I genuinely don't believe I'd be in network marketing today. This is how significant it is. If you think I'm getting like a little over the top about how important it is for you to make a commitment to your Social X business, to your goals, to your family, to your loved ones, to the causes you believe in, to be there, yes, I am. I'm going over the top because you need to be there. Now, this event, and I'm going to tell you something, Rick, and kudos to you because it's really Rick and his team that are merging with our team that's putting on this event. As I understand it, it's your regular annual event for your company and now our regular annual event, right? I can't believe what he's done here. The tickets for the event are $129. Folks, go buy your ticket, okay? Figure out how you pay for it later, go buy it. But you're going to make money buying that ticket. There, everybody that attends, I think the first 50 people to sign up get $300 worth of free product. The next batch get 250. And then the people that don't jump on it, they get $150 worth of free product. So you're getting product in greater value than the cost of the ticket. And you have lunches being paid for during the working events. There's 2 lunches paid for. I mean, there's $50 right there, right? Or if it's Vegas, maybe more. I don't know. But the point being here is don't look at it as a cost. Look at it as making money. The ROI is in dollars and cents, but the amount of knowledge, the amount of training, and here's the hidden secret. All right. This is the part that you will not understand until you've been to an event. Everybody's talking about, oh, great opportunity to get training from field leaderships and all the upcoming product information and being on all the, the secret talent and information. No, 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 no. Let me tell you what the hidden secret is. You get to spend time with the people one-on-one, over a meal, at a breakout session, with the people that you have been listening to for so long. Now, I hate throwing myself into the crew here, but I'm going to. You get to spend time with Collie Butler. You get to spend time with Rick Berman. You get to spend time with Reed Nelson and Pat Anderson and all the other leaders that have so much experience. Imagine the value. What would you pay to spend, an hour one-on-one with Collie Butler, with Pat Anderson, with Reed Nelson, and pick their brain? That's the value. And see, that's what I saw in that very first event I went to in 1985 in Chicago, Illinois. It was obvious to me that everybody there was not making $1 million. But it was also obvious to me that everybody that made $1 million was there, and there was a reason for it. That was the greatest experience of my life, to actually be able to meet, shake hands with, spend time with the people that knew what to do, and I knew I needed to learn from them. So I'm going to go way over my time here, folks. You need to be at that event. And I get it. All right. For some of you, it may just be impossible, but try, take a look, figure out what it's going to take. You got to take a couple of days off from work, tell them you're sick, tell them your mom died, tell them your, grandma died again, whatever, right? Tickets to Vegas are cheap. The airline, Vegas wants you to come, right? And for those of you that are like me that hate Vegas with a purple passion, this hotel is off the strip. So you don't have to deal with all the crazies, right? I'm getting too excited. So anyway, do what you got to do to be there. One last thing, folks, plug into what we're doing here. On the team site, you got all the list of the events. Again, I'm going to tell you, not everybody that attends those events is $1 million earner, but all the $1 million earners are there. So, pardon me. So anyway, I'm done. Have you got the picture? Oh, one last thing. If you can't make it, there is a virtual ticket for $99 and you don't get any free product. So buy an airplane ticket, come out to Vegas. And am I introducing Rick?
You can introduce Rick, absolutely. And Rick can go over a little bit of the agenda. If you can share the screen, Rick, that would be really awesome because people are
Oh, yeah, I want to
asking.
hear about the agenda. So, ladies and gentlemen,
Absolutely.
it's my privilege and honor to be able to introduce Rick Berman. He is the owner and founder of Pure Essence, Pure Vibrance. I'm sorry, and I actually, Rick and I met and worked together a million years ago in a previous company. And quick little story. Ever since Pure, we got this first introduction. I'm going, boy, that's a familiar name. Gosh, that guy looks familiar. And I never thought about it beyond that because everybody looks familiar to me now, right? And that's when he said during was the meeting, "Oh, Fred, I know you. You know, I was the national marketing director with that company too." And that's when it hit me that so, my dear old friend Rick Berman, please share with us what's happening because I'm looking forward to the event and seeing you there too.
All right, all right. Thanks, Fred, for that amazing description. And it is so true that the live events have their own frequency. Hmm. So what does that mean? Well, here's what I want to say. This event is not just about product. This event is not just about opportunity. This is about what's behind all that. So, what if everything in your life, your energy, your health, and your results comes down to one thing? One thing, frequency. That is the bottom line. Most people, they're trying to fix symptoms, low energy, brain fog, lack of momentum, but they're missing the underlying signal that drives it all. Nikola Tesla said, if you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. That's what it's about. And at the June event, we're pulling back the curtain on what frequencies really mean, and more importantly, how to use it. So I've been involved in this technology since 2001. And I have seen some amazing things happen when using products with frequencies. Oh, what? Newcom? What drives Newcom? So, if you'll discover why your body operates as an energy system first before a physical second. It all starts with the frequency, how frequency impacts every recovery, clarity, and performance, every bit of it. How really behind the fatigue, imbalance, and inconsistency. What's really behind it and how to shift your state on demand. Now, we have a product for that, don't we? I think some people have been talking about it. I think some people have been using it. But we're gonna look behind the scenes and begin to understand at a much deeper level how valuable it is to get it that this isn't theory. This is understanding how to operate at a different level. So there's going to be all kinds of different things at the event, but we're going to do there'll be vibrational health assessments. Small group of people will get the opportunity to actually experience getting all their organs and systems checked with some of the most advanced technology that takes about 15 minutes. So there's a couple of new packages we'll be introducing that I know you're going to love. Full product experience and live demonstration. So one of the other things about when you understand frequency and that occurs first, you'll get to, before anything else in your body or mind, the frequency has to change. The vibration has to be different. And that goes right to not only your health, but your success, right? Shifting your state starts at that vibrational level. And when you begin to change the way you look at things, things you look at change. Somebody said that. Many of you probably have heard that quote many times. So we're going to get into it. And when you actually get to experience physical change instantly, you'll get what I'm talking about in a big way. And of course, we're going to have the amazing Stu will be there on the compensation plan breakdown. And, every time I talk to him, he's like, you got to see this. You got to see this. Hey, because he knows I understand, what he's up to, but he keeps making it better. I can't imagine what it's going to be like when we get to this event because he keeps making it simpler for the average person to go, oh, I can do that, right? Because that's what it's about, right? The average person has to get, they can do that. Keep it simple. So building for success training, and this is again really about changing your frequency. And Fred is going to be instrumental, institutionalized. Is going to be instrumental in providing a lot of that information. We're going to keep advancing it. Kali has done such an amazing job with the website and your free gifts. So,
Yay.
the first people in, $129 gets you $300 in free gifts that you'll get to experience at the event. Right? So don't wait. Take action now. And here's something that people don't understand yet. Most people. Frequency determines form. So it starts there. Energy flows where attention goes. The energy for success, where's your focus? Right? Coherence creates power. Coherence is about the vibrations that match. So what are we doing with Newcom? We're taking the vibrations that match change in the mind. And it goes beyond just sleep, right? And performance, because it all changes at that level. The neurons are firing in a different way. You're readjusting how the brain's working the more and more you use it. We'll get into that. Tune the frequency, change the outcome. Kind of like a radio station, right? You're listening to a radio station, it's a little fuzzy. What do you got to do? You got to turn a dial. Oh, wait, we don't turn dials anymore. Right? But you have to dial it in. You have to get right there on that frequency. Everything changes. The sound comes through. The information becomes clear in your body, in your mind. So that's what we're up to. Resonance is the language of life. All right. So I am so looking forward to seeing all of you there. And we're going to have an amazing event again. And the energy with the combination of these amazing people, Kali and Pat and Fred and that team, and my amazing people also, it's going to be one of those you don't want to miss, and that's where the successful people show up.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rick. And I also want to reiterate what Fred said is my very first event. I'm a single mom. I have two little kids. I'm a police dispatcher. I'm supporting myself, whatever. I'm trying to do this network marketing side hustle thing because I need to make a whole nother income. So I didn't have to ever think about getting married again just to provide a second income to the household. I was going to provide my own second income. And I remember going to a meeting once, and there was this well-dressed man who'd made millions of dollars in the front of the room that did the pitch. And he said, how many of you are registered for it? And it was a Las Vegas event. I lived in Phoenix, Arizona at the time. And my hand didn't go up because, I was on a limited budget and I didn't have the money and all the things. I had valid reasons why I couldn't go. And then he said, well, leaders will be there. And if you ever want to be a leader, you'll be there. And if you're not there, you are not, and maybe never will become a leader. Well, I had some of my team members in the room and their hands were up. And I was like, What kind of example is that? And I didn't know how, and I raised my hand. I didn't know how I was going to make it happen. But you know what? There were four of us women that all carpooled together, shared a hotel room, um, took string cheese and apples, and did what we had to do to make it happen. I found somebody to watch the kids, and somehow I made it. But you know what? I found out the next event was 6 months later, and all the people crossing the stage 6 months later were at the event, that event, because leaders are born at events. So for those of you who have been to events, you know what we're talking about. And for those of you who haven't been to an event in a long, long time, we really hope to see you there. Very excited to do that. So thank you so much. And now over to my good friend and business partner, Reed Nelson, who's a multi-million dollar earner in this industry, probably made more money than the rest of us leaders combined, but and certainly has more years of wisdom to share. So Reed, over to you. Uh, share with us what you've got on your heart.
Thank you, Colleen. Hi, everybody. Great to see you all tonight on a beautiful, sunny, exciting, warm day on Maui. Certainly not where I am. So anyway, hope you all have a great day. So, and Rick, I really like that sunset right behind you. That's awesome. That's really, really good. It's perfect. So listen, I want to talk to you about something that's really, really important. And it's about being in a hurry. When is more time in your life going to be more valuable? Sooner or later? When is a bigger paycheck going to be more important to you? Sooner or later? Yeah, people, isn't this wonderful? This is so good. The feeling's great. Vibrations are good. We're feeling awesome. Everything's good. And tomorrow I'm going to get started. And then tomorrow comes and the dog got sick and threw up on the carpet and whatever. Life gets in the way, or we get in our own way. Whatever. Our head goes crazy and fear comes in. All these things happen. And so I did something today that Pat Anderson actually told me to try. And if you go to the Social X website, just before you log in, down that lower right-hand corner, there's a little box. And that box says something like, how can I help you? Or something like that, right? And she told me this, and I went, okay, that's a brand new thing that we have on that. And it's an artificial intelligence thing. And you can literally ask it anything. And so I tried that today. I said, I wonder if it has to be Social X related. And I just typed in there, can you give me a couple of quotes on urgency and building our business? And all of a sudden, here came 3 quotes about the word urgency. I loved it. And so you have something at your beck and call right now that you can ask any question. If none of us are available, go there, look at it, ask it. I'm telling you, it's pretty crazy. These things are pretty smart. So anyway, the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Right? That was Mark Twain, an old guy, right? The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Some of us talk about it, we don't ever get started. Or we get started and we stop. We start, we stop. We start and we stop. So life gets in the way every 10 seconds or whatever. We don't get consistently going, right? And so it's like, I have all these things. I loved Pablo Picasso. Who would have thought he would have written something like this? He wrote, action is the foundational key to all success. Action. Do it. What do we do? What do we do that's difficult, you guys? Really? We send out emails to people, which you shouldn't do. Nobody looks at them. You send out text messages to people. You use Messenger. You use WhatsApp. Whatever. Send out videos. Ask people to look. This is hard stuff. No, it isn't. And with what we have today, it takes no time at all. I can see all of you. Now there's Rick, there's Fred, there's Colleen, Pat. I can't tell the rest of you have done this before, but I can tell you, we all remember the days when we took a VHS tape down to FedEx and overnighted to somebody for $20 to get them the information. We were excited, we were urgent, we were all over it. And it was worth the $20. Now we just go, gee, I don't know if I can do that. What do I say? What do I do? All you gotta do is press copy, paste, and send it. Boom, done, right? Do it. Okay, do it. Now, I wrote something today, posted on Facebook, and I'm going to read it to you. Part of it's a quote from John Maxwell, who I dearly love John Maxwell's books and things, just terrific. He wrote, remember, your greatest possession is the 24 hours you have directly in front of you. Your greatest possession is the 24 hours you have directly in front of you. And I wrote, because I've done this a million times, yesterday's gone. Tomorrow isn't here yet. All you have is right now. All you have is right now. None of us are guaranteed how much time we have. Let's not procrastinate our lives away. It's time to live. Get urgent about living the life you want. You can't recruit the person you never talked to. You can't sell the greatest product you've ever seen if you don't talk to anyone. It's time to decide what you really want and to get into action. Let's go. We can do it together. And are you ready for change? This is the decision you have to make. I have to make. We all do. To get into action, to get urgent about this. You know, I've got a lady on here, Julie Brandt, who's, I know she's here somewhere, but it's like, I just said, you go talk to people every single day. You reach out to people every day. You send people things every day. You don't have to be an expert. You just got to do it. You just have to do it. And your excitement level, your energy, as Rick was talking about, your vibration, all these things come through even in a text message. If you don't believe that, just send out something, well, I hope somebody reads this thing. Well, they're not going to. Where I am so excited, everybody I throw this out to is going to read this. Somebody's going to join me today. You know, where's your energy? Where's your vibration? What are you doing? Are you turning up the heat on yourself? How many people are you talking to every day? What's your decision? How many people do you want to talk to? That's your decision. It's not mine. Most people here have jobs and other things they got to be doing, but it takes no time at all to put out 10 things over Messenger. Might take you 20 minutes, maybe 30 if you're really bad at it. Right? But everybody can learn how to do this. This is not difficult. I've been using the toothpaste and mouthwash. I love that mouthwash, by the way. I love just swishing it around my mouth and just swallowing it. It's wonderful. I didn't do that with Scope. Didn't dare swallow that stuff. Right. So, but it makes me feel good. My mouth is energized. You know, it's just really, really interesting. And so, are you excited about your product? Are you excited about Newcom? Are you excited about, you know, this trio of Mist and the Mist for Light? This stuff is flat out amazing. Are we telling anybody that? And it's our vibration that comes off the people. Are we excited about that? You know what? Because if you're not, they're not. Right? And so learn to do that. So I'm just telling you right now, turn up the heat on yourself. Light a fire under your butt. I said that wrong, didn't I? Light a fire under yourself. That's a lot nicer, right? Light a fire. Get going. I want to build a legacy for my family. I want to have a lot more fun in my life before I'm done. There's a lot more to do. There's a lot of people to talk to. Who doesn't need what we have, you guys? Everybody needs what we have. Everybody. So why aren't we talking to everybody? Well, we don't know everybody. Well, it's okay. It's all right. So anyway, let's get going, okay? Put the lighter under yourself. Get on fire. Be on fire for something. Be on fire for your life, your family. You can do this. I'm done. Thanks.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Reed. I'm going to take a second to just share. I've been getting a bunch of messages about Vegas, and I'm going to turn the final time over to Pat Anderson. I'm so excited to be with so many of you in Vegas that are already registered. I do want you to know, I think the last count we just saw, there was 38 of the 50 tickets sold already. If you want to get in on that first 50 to get that $300 worth of products, there's still time, but I would get them soon. And I'm just going to quickly share. So lifeasitcouldbe.com, right there on the tab, the very first thing is Las Vegas event. And so when you go, you'll see the agenda, you'll see all the dates, you'll see everything you get and who's going to be there and where it's at and how to book your rooms and all the different things. Friday night, there's a meet and greet, 6 to 8 p.m. Saturday, we're going to do Super Saturday live from Las Vegas because it's this second.
Tornado watch if you want to change it over to channel.
All right, I gotta mute out, or I'm not sure who that is. Maybe somebody can help me. Anyway, so on Saturday, we're gonna do Super Saturday live from Las Vegas. And then we're going to have lunch, and then we're going to go into a lot of great training. And then Sunday again, 9 to 5, and lunch included both days, $129. Lunch is included twice, the meet and greet on Friday night, and $300 of the product if you're quick. And if not, it's $200 of the product. It's still amazing. Here's how you get your tickets. Just click here to purchase. And then, like Fred said, if you absolutely can't attend live, you can get a virtual ticket. So you can attend virtually. It's $99. So it'll save you $30, but no free product. So we definitely want to do the 129 and be there live, and we can't wait to see you there. So there you have it. And now I'm just so excited to turn the final time over to Pat Anderson. This is a leader I met in Zija. So many of you know I was with the company that brought mangosteen to market. I loved mangosteen. I was a mangosteen addict. And then that company was sold to Zija, which is a moringa company. And I learned a lot about moringa I didn't even know about. Of course, that I fell in love with moringas, and then moringa and mangosteen became part of my story and my daily life and everything else. But then they sold to another company, which was really like a weight loss company, and it really wasn't like a wellness company, and the fit just wasn't the comp, whatever. It was just like, okay, well, I'll retire then, because I mean, that's what we can do in this business. We can retire and enjoy. We can actually earn residual income for the rest of our lives with what we do today. And you can choose to retire whenever you want to. And that seemed like a good retirement time. But yet I love what I do so much. And I really wanted to do something. Well, I had met Pat, we had stayed in touch, and then a lot of companies, Collie, what would it take to get you here? And I said, well, unless you have a mangosteen product, not even interested. They listened. David D'Arcangelo listened. And then he saw that the delivery system was out there traditionally was not the best, and that he thought we could do it different. And along came Xanthomist. Anyway, Pat was working with the company that had this social wellness. For those of you who are in the United States, it's a US only product. So if you're outside of the US, you don't have access to it. It's incredible. And I wouldn't mind, Pat, just a minute or two on that, just to let people know about it. But I thought it was an amazing product. And she was the owner of a company that to bring it into Social X. And when she met Stu, and then of course, we're talking about our technology and like wondering if we could bring moringa with this technology. Well, obviously we figured out that we could, but at this point in time, with my little loud child in the back, I'm going to just turn it over to my good friend. And I'm so happy to call her my business partner now as well, Pat Anderson.
Yeah, thank you, Collie. Yeah, we wanted to work with each other way back then in Zija days, but they didn't let us. Oh well, we still helped each other a lot, and that's the great part. We always believe in working with Crossline, helping each other because it's building the company. I don't want to talk about the wellness, social wellness right now because we have some really cool things that are going to be added into the social wellness part. And I just kind of want to stay away from that right now because I think we'll be launching it again new here in a few weeks. Guys, if I have to run away, I have to run away. I'm on tornado watch here. And so it's part of life of living in Oklahoma, but I've got bells and whistles going around. And if I have to run, I'm sorry. But what I want to talk about is how are we promoting this online? Okay, there's many different ways. We have, of course, Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, Twitter, all these different ones. Okay, and what are you doing? So I just did a really quick PowerPoint thing. I want to share it fast with you. And we can put it onto the thing, but I wanted you to see some of the stats here. And I'm going to hit the beginning slide at the beginning. There we go. Okay. I thought this was quite interesting on the stats of this. 70% educational, valuable content. Do we have that? Holly has put together the greatest thing for Newcom with all of the different videos, the different things that we can use. 20% engagement, polls, asking people, do you sleep? Keeping it short. Only 10% direct promotion. Okay, so look at that. 70% educational and valuable. Are you posting things that could help change somebody's life? All right, or are you just I always say this is really bad, but are you just puking all over them, right? And so that people don't even want to look at what you're writing. Make it educational. It says 3 to 4 lines. So if you're writing something, don't write this great big long paragraph because they're not going to read it. And so I want you guys to start doing these correctly. This is that 70%, 20% encourage interaction. Write something, something maybe along the line is, how many of you out there have problems with stress these days? And then shut up. Just write that and see what comes back. These are all leads because you have something that they're looking for because they have stress in their life. Do not answer them underneath the post. What? We got somebody muting. You need to mute. Okay, so don't answer them underneath the post. What you're going to do when they say something is private message them. And always ask permission. Say, okay, I see you say you have a lot of stress in your life. Are you open for me to send you a video on something that could help you with that stress? Is that hard? You're just having a conversation with them. You're asking permission. I love this. Always ask questions. Keep it all about, who's not sleeping good? Did anybody have okay, I got a tornado going, so maybe I won't sleep that great tonight, except because I don't want to put my new comm on in case I sleep through my alarms, right? But ask the questions, are you having trouble sleeping at nighttime? Do you have trouble focusing at work? Sometimes I have trouble, until I put my new comm headset on. That's what's going to get you having a lot of different people. Utilizing videos and reels. We've got that great one with Mark. You've got the new one with Jim. They're nice and short. Okay. Use those kinds of things. Formatting. I like this. Use emojis. Use different things in your posts so people will see it. I posted one a while ago with Yoda. Star Wars thing, and he was talking about his brain. Half the brain wasn't working, the other half was, etc. And you wouldn't believe how many interactions I had with that and how many people I'm still in contact with. So I want you to really look at what you're posting. Also, with the Facebook Meta right now, you can make one post and send it to all of your social media platforms. Okay? You don't have to be I'm not asking you to spend an hour. I'm asking you to spend maximum 5 minutes and get it sent out everywhere. But do not always send it out at the same time. Okay? This is the problem. They have all these different algorithms that just kill people. You want to do like a 2:00, a 3:00 one next day, maybe 10:00 in the morning. You want to switch it all up so that Facebook doesn't know what you're doing, number one. Okay. And it goes through a lot better. Now, also, what I want you to do is, like Reed said, consistency. Do you think you're going to get a lot of hits if you post once a month? Probably not. Probably the algorithms are going to say she's not very good. We're not going to put her out to your people very often at all. That's what they do. Okay. Every single day, put something. And you know what you could do now? Take an hour, maybe once a week, and make 7 posts and have them scheduled to go at different times throughout the whole week. You're done. It'll automatically put them throughout all your platforms. All right. So, as Reed says, you need to take action. This is an easy action. All right. And if you do it and you are consistent, you're going to start getting results and having people make comments that you can now follow up with. Colleen, close her out for me.
Oh, thank you so much, Pat. Thank you, everybody, for sharing here today. Wow, I can't wait for Vegas. And by the way, live ticket, everyone's going to be there. Not everyone will be there live. Some of our speakers will be zooming in, but they'll be zooming in with incredible content that you're only going to get there. And I just can't wait to see you because there's something about events. When the world shut down, it was years in between events. And I just remember the first event that I went to, wasn't with the right company, wasn't here. But I remember the first event I went to after years. It was just so good to hug people again and just actually to connect with other humans. And yeah, I can't wait. So make sure you get your ticket. And if you could, please message your upline, your sponsor, like whoever, all the leaders that you're connected to. As soon as you get your ticket, please reach out to us and let us know. I'm there. I've got my ticket. I'm going, just so we can look forward and we can make sure that we plan something special, at least one meal or something to hang out with you and do something that we want to know. But thank you, everybody, for joining us here, and we'll see you
Holly?
next month.
Callie?
Go ahead. I'm muting out, so you take it away.
Okay, I just wanted to say two things. One, remember the price goes up on the 1st of May. So keep that in mind. And there is a $129 Zoom ticket that you get the product, just so you know. So, but yeah, and what's going to be important is that don't just get a Zoom ticket and not get on Zoom, because you're going to miss all the real value is hanging out with us, even if you're remote. You know why? Because we're all connected. And you will get the vibration, you will get the energy right through the Zoom. So if that's what you have to do, it's not going to be as powerful as live, but if that's what you have to do, just keep that in mind. Be there with us. So thanks for the time. Be well. I'm looking forward to seeing you all.
Awesome. Thank you, everybody. We'll see you next month on the next team call. Bye, everyone. Can't wait to see you in Vegas, too. Bye.